Okay, so you got your model imported and you got all your assets imported and you want to know how to make it work even though the prefab isn't working or it's coming up with some errors. In this video I'll show you how to get the FBX to upload. We'll worry about all the errors in future videos. But first things first, you want to drag your FBX in the top left of your hierarchy. You want to click Add Component. You want to make sure it's set to Avatar Descriptor. For lip sync, you can auto detect if the model is properly set up in Blender. If not, we can go over that in a future video. Eye look, we can hit enable. We want to make sure we select our eye bones. We can just type in eye. We'll go over the bottom ones here since it's the last model in our scene. There we go. For looking up, we want to do -15 in X. For looking down, you want to do regular 15. The eyes will actually show a preview as well, which is nice. Y position for looking left will be -15, and looking right will be 15. I usually recommend disabling forced locomotion animations for 6-point tracking. You only really have to worry about if they're using full body. It just disables animation override for people that are using full body. The playable layers and the expressions we'll go over in a future video, but those are just how you customize your toggles, dances, your hand gestures, and stuff like that. If you ever want to add stuff, that's what we'll do in those sections in a future video. We also want to scale our avatar. So the scale at the top here in our transform, we want to do at the very top of our hierarchy. We want to set this, I don't know, we'll set this to like, 0.6, 0.6, and 0.6. Obviously that's going to make our model a lot smaller and the SDK will be a little confused. When we scale our avatar, the viewpoint, as you can see, stays all the way up here, so we have to move that all the way back down. So I'm just going to hit edit, and I can actually drag it down. You can also just drag it from each axis separately, or you can type in the values on the right hand side. The settings I usually recommend for getting these eyes into the right spot, or your viewpoint into the right spot, is by centering the red line in the middle of your pupil, just so the ball is perfectly centered. Right? And then we want to drag it about 1/3 into our eye. Right, and then we want to go to our X value in our view position, just set it to 0, and that will recenter into the center of our avatar. And then I'll be perfectly fine for people that use full body and don't, I don't know, it's just a lot easier to have it that way. Now we'll go over things you want to remove, like say the hat. There's two ways of removing it. You can either hide in the inspector tab at the top right. It will still upload with the model, but you won't be able to, see it in game without having a toggle re-enabling it. Otherwise, if you want to remove it permanently, you can also just delete it from the left-hand side. There we go. I do like to delete the boots and stuff as well. I'm not really a huge fan of shoes. But on this model, if you notice, the feet are actually sticking through. That's because this model has shape keys. So if we go over here, we'll notice there's a shrink foot option. We go over the gutter belt as well. It has a shrink foot option. There we go. So that allows our feet to actually fit within our shoes. Every model will do this kind of stuff differently. Blend shapes and shape keys are interchangeable. Blender calls them shape keys. Unity calls them blend shapes. There we go. So I'm actually just going to delete the shoes permanently because I don't want them and I don't want to have a toggle for them either. I'm also going to delete the skirt. There we go. Now if we go to our VR Chat SDK, we'll notice that it's perfectly fine for upload. Obviously it's saying the overall performance isn't the best because of the amount of polys and meshes and materials and stuff on it. But you know what, that's fine. We'll go over how to do texture swaps and animations for creating actual toggles in-game, and how to change your dynamic bones and so on and so forth in future videos. But if this video was helpful, please hit the like button. If not, then why are you still watching? There's so many other people that do this kind of stuff better. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.